Good evening. It is 6 p.m., September 20th, 2022. I call to order the Mercedes ISD School Board Trustee meeting. We have a quorum. We have Mr. Gallo, we have Mr. Martinez, Mr. Howe, Mr. Garza, Mr. Trevino, and myself, and Dr. Rivera. We now follow up with Pledge of Allegiance by Sofia Vasquez and Andres Roma. Invocation by Trustee Ms. Delgado. Please rise.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Heavenly Father, we come to you with grateful hearts and thankful for our staff and students of our district. Lord, we are also thankful for the guidance and leadership of Dr. Richard Rivera. Please bless him in his new journey with us. We ask that you guide us as leaders, bless us with peace to continue our work, and that our decisions may always reflect what is right and good. We ask and pray in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, students, and thank you, Mrs. Delgado. Okay, open forum of public comment. Okay, we have no one for open forum or public comments. Colleagues, move along with the superintendent's report. A, student recognition. A1, new FFA officer team, the Rebel CTE director, followed by A2, academic achievements, Mercedes College students, Gina Valencia, and principal. Dr. Rivera.
Yes. Let me go ahead and call Ms. Rabel to start.
Good evening, Board of Trustees, Superintendent Dr. Rivera, Mercedes ISD personnel, and Mercedes community members. Tonight, I would like to recognize the 2022-2023 FFA officer team. The officers are as follows. President Kayla Zuniga, Vice President Maria Perales, Secretary Zandria Rodriguez, Reporter Priscilla Vasquez, Treasurer Jamie Cavazos, Historian Alina Garcia, Parliamentarian Isaiah Lopez, and Chaplain Alessandra Alvarado. We also have Sentinel Karina Robble, who's not here tonight, busy at football practice, right? But the individuals that you see standing before you tonight are students who have not only represented Mercedes ISD locally, but have also competed at the district, area, and at the state level. They have competed in multiple leadership and career development events over the past year, as well as two current officers, Kayla Zuniga and Maria Perales, representing at the district level as treasurer and sentinel, and both earning their Lone Star degree in Fort Worth over the summer. We look forward to all the accomplishments that these leaders will obtain this year, and we can't wait to share them with you. I also want to call up Mr. Eduardo Salinas. Thank you for your guidance and support for our students. Mr. Salinas. I'd like to say that this is going to be the first of many recognitions that you all be seeing from these group of students. We look forward to a lot of all the amazing accomplishments that they're going to have throughout the school year.
Ready, guys? 1, 2,
3. Good evening, Board President, Mr. Hernandez, Superintendent Dr. Rivera, Board of Directors, faculty, staff, and community. Congratulations to 3 of our Mercedes Early College Academy senior students, Elena Garcia, Jacob Garibay, and Clarissa Rizzo. Can you all come up, please? Who received the National Hispanic Recognition Award by the College Board National Recognition Program. The students earned this recognition because of their academic achievements in school and outstanding performance on the PSAT. They've accomplished these milestones during an immensely demanding period in their high school career. We couldn't be more delighted to share the great news with everyone. So once again, congratulations, and we are so proud of our students. Thank you.
Okay, moving along with B, Superintendent's Report. Dr. Rivera.
Yes, yes, thank you. I have 9 slides tonight, and the first one is promoting Mercedes ISD. We have a new slogan we want to use, and that is a district on the rise. What we're doing now, we're going to contract with Channel 5 to do 130-second commercials in English and in Spanish. And the initiative will be to promote our school district through the newscast and the social media. We will showcase what we offer in academics, extracurricular activities, and sports. And I think you've seen some on TV already. I think you've seen Weslaco, Ed Chelsea, maybe Raymondville. So we're doing the same thing. We want to go ahead and promote our school district in this fashion. The second slide, I am proud to report that the enrollment compared to last year, and then for the peak, and then in May, you can see that in September, or last week, we had 4,419 students. This is more than the first week of school last year, and last year's peak was 4,502, and in May, the enrollment was 4,346. So we feel, again, everyone has worked very hard. It's a team effort, and we're building up the enrollment. And on page 3, the next page, you can see the difference. I've shown you this slide before, and this is from 2018, 2019, and you can see that every year we were losing students, the decrease in enrollment. From the first year, 255, the following year, 334, in 21, 260, and 22, 263. So this year, so far, it's a +1. So again, congratulations to staff, to all the ones involved with this, because finally we saw a decrease in the number of kids that we were losing every year. The good news on the bottom is that our budget is based on an enrollment of 4,160. We surpassed that already. And the ADA is based on 3,773. So we should be able, with a good ADA, to bring money back to the district. Every student is about $8,000 or $9,000, so the ADA really counts. So we're looking forward. The goal here is to eventually go back to 5,000 students, and with hard work and with a lot of initiatives, we can make this happen.
Dr. Rivera, I think
Yes.
it's fitting, sir, and I apologize. I shouldn't have done this, but I think it's fitting that as the board, it's only myself, right, but can we join everybody in applauding the staff and Dr. Rivera? I mean, this is, look, I think it's fair.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Again, it's been a team effort. Everyone is working very hard. The next slide, we're also working very hard to take care of the facilities. And so far, maintenance, since this summer, they've done a transportation canopy. They've done some fencing around Hinojosa and JFK. There's a Chacon water chiller. They worked on district parking lots repairs. And the band, they had some difficulties with the area where they were walking. So maintenance has done the band loading and unloading concrete pad, and with sidewalk modifications. And then we've done maintenance has done some at the softball field, some netting. Now, we're not there yet. There are things that we're looking at, such as more fencing. Parking lots needs to be paved. We talked about playground equipment. The old band hall by 10th Street, that's an eyesore, so we have to do something with it. We have to do more roofing and handle the Herald, the middle school that is not right now not comparable to our second middle school, to make sure that we do whatever is needed to make both schools comparable, Ochacon. The next slide shows the insurance update. And we have been working very hard, very aggressively to get our money back. All this money goes into our insurance fund balance. The stop loss, now for a whole year, since September the 1st of last year to August 22nd, 2022, the stop loss, they owed us $303,000. Working very aggressively with the firm. They sent a check just today of almost $200,000. So the stop loss now, instead of being 303, is $109,000 that we are owed. We're working very hard. We made connections with the people that are here on the express, the pharmacy rebates. And right now, the pending is $464,000 that we are owed. This is money that belongs to the district, and again, we're working very aggressively to make sure that we get this money back. Bottom line right now, taking the amount that we received today, so we're short right now about $500,000. And again, we're working. I'll make a report next month until we get all our money back that's due to us. The next slide shows the protocols for COVID-19 for students and staff. All of you are aware that the county right now has a high transmission of cases. And our goal here, priority, is to make sure of the early detection and that we keep our students and staff safe. The protocols that we're going to discuss in the next two slides are in accordance with CDC, TA, and then the Hidalgo County Health Department. We are conducting remote conferences for the students that are asked to quarantine or isolate, for students in pre-K 5 and then grades 6 through 12. So again, we're not out of this problem yet. We're working very hard to ensure that our kids and staff are safe. The next slide is the protocol that we have for students. Again, these are based on what I mentioned earlier. And if there's a COVID-19 positive, what we're doing is guidelines. They isolate at home for 5 days from the first day of the symptoms. School nurse will follow up to possibly clear them if they meet criteria to return back to school. This is if they're positive. Now, in close contact, we have up-to-date, if they're up-to-date with vaccines, there's no quarantine, they self-monitor, but they have to wear a mask for 10 days. If anyone is not up-to-date with vaccines, the parents are given an option to either have their child quarantined at home for 5 days, with or without COVID-19 test, and offer remote conferencing to be placed on the test-to-stay program. If there's a household member positive, they have to quarantine for 5 days and can test on the 5th day the post-exposure. Again, what we're doing is students now have the opportunity to receive a COVID-19 test weekly or when they're experiencing symptoms at school with parental permission. And then the desired outcome is attendance, early detection of COVID-19, and then to prevent the outbreaks, to assist the parents if they're unable to take their child to the doctor. Now for staff, what the protocols call for is if they're positive, they isolate at home for 5 days from the first day of the symptoms. School nurse will follow up on the 5th day to possibly clear them to return. On the agenda tonight, there's a resolution to approve the COVID-19 leave of 5 days. So that's on the agenda for tonight for staff, to help staff, those that test positive or in close contact. In close contact, and that is staff, up to date with vaccines, no quarantine, they self-monitor, and they have to wear a mask for 10 days. Not up to date with vaccines, the employee will be placed on a test to stay program, which this allows them, if they have symptoms, to eventually, hopefully, test negative. The COVID-19 protocols, you're caring for someone, this will be personal time use. An employee must monitor at home and test on the 5th day. The district does offer the free COVID-19 testing at the site by the old Graham School, and the community is also offering the COVID-19 vaccines. The last slide that I have is the teacher incentive allotment update. Texas currently has 5 cohorts in place, A through E. Those that are in A other districts already qualify for this incentive allotment. We are in cohort E, which is the last one. So the procedure here is that the allotment is to fund the district to reward and retain effective teachers. The staff has determined, I think the board approved this last year, that the staff teaching is math and English to qualify. And if a teacher meets this distinction on growth, is based on student growth, whether it's recognized, exemplary, or master, then they would qualify for additional compensation for 23-24. This is my report. Board members, do you have any questions of me or the staff around us? We can go ahead and try to answer your questions the best that we can.
Any questions, any comments, guys? We can't deliberate, just comments, questions to the superintendents. I have a lot of comments. It's just remarkable, you know. I sort of like reserved your welcome, Dr. Rivera, and now that we have a quorum and we have an attorney, this is remarkable that you bring so much good news and the professionalism and a lot of good points about the insurance, the facilities, just outstanding performance, sir. Another point I'd like to point out, Dr. Rivera, is the TIA, the Texas Initiative Allotment. I think as a board, I don't know if you guys recall, we were always having that conversation about it. So I'm very happy that the staff is, and yourself are working real hard to, you know, again, an initiative so that those teachers that are basically in the testing subjects, and as an Algebra 1 teacher, they're stressed, and I'm so happy that the district is taking the initiative and rewarding those teachers.
Thank you.
Yeah. Dr. Rivera, how many tiers does the TIA have? I already have that answer, but can we just elaborate just a little bit of the compensation so that the public is aware that the district, Mercedes ISD, is working very hard to reward those teachers. Can you tell us roughly the ballpark figure?
I'm not sure on this one, on the.
Can someone,
Dr. Castillo, do you
just
have
put
the
it on the
amount?
record for right now, saying that the that the board was having those conversations.
Based on student growth, do we have an amount?
Yes, so it's based on student growth.
There's
But
three
is there-
tiers,
Is there an
correct?
amount?
Oh, an amount, I need to check the website,
Okay.
but it's listed out there.
If it's a tough question, that's fine, we can come back later. I just wanted to have it out in the public, saying that there's a substantial amount of award for those teachers that are performing very, very well. So, no, that's fine. Not
Okay.
to worry, Dr. Rivera, you can come back. Okay. Any other comments, any questions, guys?
Yes. Dr. Rivera, I just have a comment, and actually, I want to congratulate I want to say thank you to our facilities director, Mr. Herrera, and your staff. Thank you for all the hard work that you've been doing over the summer, and every day, every day, you've managed to do this, the move to the early college. You moved several departments. Our administration building is looking really, really nice. It's got a new, new letters. I really appreciate all that effort. Dr. Rivera, thank you so much. I know that there's a lot of projects to be done, and we've talked about this extensively, and we know that there's priorities. There's definitely students, our student safety, our students' comfort, and our teachers' comfort. Comfort is it is at the top. But I know that those are big projects. Those are things that are not going to go by the wayside. We're not going to look the other way. They're going to be addressed. But I do appreciate the effort that's been done to, help the band, to the parking lots, all the projects that you listed here. I'm glad that our buildings are, kind of getting that TLC. We can't let our buildings kind of be neglected, and then it's too late. It's too late to be used. So we need to take care of what we have. It's our pride. Those buildings there, they have a lot of history, and definitely that's our Tiger Pride. And I appreciate all the help that you're giving us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any more comments?
I just wanted to thank the staff for the enrollment. I know we've been having issues for the past couple of years. It's good to see that our kids are coming back to the district.
Right.
Hopefully the enrollment will continue, and hopefully with those commercials that'll be popping out on KRGB, they'll make them come back even more. So thank you all for everything that you do.
Thank you. Okay.
So for the recognized
Ma'am, I'm sorry. So everybody can hear?
Yes. Can you go to the podium?
It is in our district website in Human Resources at the very bottom. So the allotment can range for a recognized teacher between $3,000, $9,000. But the average is $6,181 for Mercedes ISD. An exemplary teacher, the allotment is between $6,000 to $18,000, and the average is $12,576. And a master teacher is between the range $12,000 to $32,000, and the average would be $22,537.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Dr. Rivera. Thank you,
Thank you.
Dr. Castillo.
That's a good incentive.
That's
Yes,
a
yes,
great,
it is.
that's, again, I want to put that on the record, because we had, just some of the board members, just have a conversation with her, with administration, so this is encouraging, this is fantastic. Dr. Rivera, may I recommend, if
Yes.
it's possible, if we can somehow, really publicize that?
Yes.
I mean, if that's possible to, because, that's fantastic, so,
We will do that.
thank you, sir. Any more questions, guys? Any comments? Sorry, colleagues. No? All right, let's move along to the action agenda. Let's go. A1, discussion possible action to approve the revisions of the 2022-2023 district compensation plan. Dr. Rivera.
At the last board meeting, the board approved the compensation plan, but the raises were done, I think it was the last week of August. So the revisions that are here are the ones that reflect the pay increases, the minimum, the midpoint, and the maximum. And the teachers, librarians, and nurses, the raise was 1,800 that the board approved. So I want to acknowledge the board for providing these kind of pay raises to our staff. But really, all it is over here, the new revisions, is that it has the midpoint, the maximum, and the minimum. I recommend approval.
Okay, I have a recommendation, Superintendent. I entertain a motion.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion from Mr. Howe. May I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a second from Mr. Garza. Okay, any discussion, colleagues? Okay, so we have a motion from Mr. Howe, second from Mr. Garza. All in favor by saying aye?
Aye. Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying nay? Okay, motion passes. A2, discussion possible action to approve the resolution of the board regarding COVID-19 paid sick leave for 2022-2023 SY for Mercedes ISD staff. Dr. Rivera?
The attorney approved the resolution, and it's for 5 days paid sick leave to staff for COVID. Recommend approval.
Okay, colleagues, we have a recommendation for the superintendent. May I entertain a motion?
Motion.
Okay, I have a motion from Mr. Martinez. Second?
Second?
Okay, I have a second from Ms. Delgado. Any discussion, colleagues?
Is it a total of 5 days throughout the year, or each time they test positive, they get 5 days?
The whole year.
Thank you, Mr. Garza, you reminded me. Retroactive, sir?
Yes, sir, to the beginning of the
Beginning?
beginning of the school year.
Yes.
Okay.
Very good.
Okay. Any other questions, comments? Okay, we have a motion for Mr. Martinez, second by Mr. Gao. All in favor by saying aye?
Aye. Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying nay? Okay, motion passes. A3, discussion possible action to approve the agreement for a consultant to assist with the human resources duties. Dr. Rivera.
I'm trying to evaluate all the departments, and this one is for HR, and it's one below $10,000. And by doing this individual can start as early as next week. So again, I'm going to evaluate everything else, whether curriculum, transportation, maintenance, but I'm starting right now with HR. So again, it's you have the individual, Pete Riojas, and he was an administrator for me in Edcal, Chelsea, and Monte Alto. And again, this is for less than $10,000. And in October, well, that's the next agenda item. This one is just for below 10,000. Recommend approval.
Okay, we have a recommendation for the superintendent. I need a motion, colleagues.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion from Ms. Delgado. A second, please.
Second.
Okay, second from Mr. Martinez. Any discussion, colleagues? Okay, is there no discussion? We have a motion from Mrs. Delgado. Second from Mr. Martinez. All in favor saying aye?
Aye. Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying nay? Okay, motion passes. A5, oh, I apologize, sorry, we are at A4. Discussion and possible action to approve a RFQ for consultant for the human resource. Dr. Rivera.
Yes, this is a longer period as needed, and the first one was for 30 or about a month. This one is longer, the RFQ, and we're going to advertise beginning tomorrow. And I'll come back to the board next month in October to come up with a recommendation if we need to continue assisting in HR.
Okay. We have a recommendation from Dr. Rivera. I need a motion, colleague.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion from Mr. Howe. Second, please.
I second it.
Okay, second from Mr. Garza. Okay, any discussion? Okay, so we have a motion for Mr. Howe, a second for Mr. Garza. All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying nay? Okay, motion passes. A5. Just a minute, hold on, guys. Okay. A5, discussion possible action to approve consulting agreement, with child nutrition director to assist with child nutrition duties. Dr. Rivera?
Yes, as the board is aware, we have no director. The director went to Donna. We've had 2 assistants that the board approved, but they have declined the position. So right now, staff, Mrs. Garcia and Mr. Campos, they're doing a lot of the legwork. So we need a lot of help. So this consultant is for less than $25,000. And there's two individuals that we're gonna recommend to pay them $12,400 apiece, less than $25,000. We had 3 quotes, and these are the ones that are going to assist us with the menus, with the diets, the special diet that we have for our students. And the individuals are Aida Guerra, and you have in your backup, and Cynthia Cardenas. Again, there's a big need. This is a big department. We have to be so careful that we serve the right meals. So, again, there's no director, no assistants, no 2 assistants, again, declined. So we need some help, and we're recommending these 2 individuals at $12,400 for the remainder of the year or until the money runs out.
Okay, so we have a recommendation for the superintendent. May I entertain a motion?
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion from Mr. Garza. Second, please.
Second.
Okay, second from Mr. Howe. Colleagues, any discussion? Okay, no discussion. We have a motion from Mr. Garza, second from Mr. Howe. All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying nay? Okay, motion passes. Let's go to A6. Discussion and possible action to approve CSP number 22-09-07, roof replacements and repairs at 3 campuses: Mercedes Early College, Mercedes High School, G&E Wing, Chacon Middle School. Dr. Rivera.
Chacon Gym.
Oh,
It's
Chacon.
just a gym, Chacon Gym.
Gym.
Through the 3 pennies, disaster pennies, the district from the state, we received about $200,000. I'm sorry, about $2 million from last year and from this year. We had 4 proposals, and the lowest one is Rio Roofing at almost $1,800,000. Again, this is not from local funds. This is the 3 pennies that the state allowed us to have, which is about $2 million. So these are the areas: the early college, the high school 2 wings, and Chacon Gym. And every of the 3 projects, Rio was the lowest one. Staff has called the recommendations. They've called the individuals that we needed to see what kind of work they did. The consultant, the one the board hired, is recommending Rio. We've checked the references, and this is our recommendation. Staff is here, Mr. Herrera, Mrs. Garcia, if you have any questions about this recommendation. And work will start as soon as the board if the board approves this, work will start quickly to make sure that during the next rainy weathers, we take care of these 3 projects. Again, recommending the lowest bid, which was Rio Roofing, at almost $1,800,000. But we have the $2 million from the 3 pennies that the state allowed us to have for facilities.
Let's just go with the motion real quick. We have a recommendation, Superintendent. May I entertain a motion?
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion for Mr. Howe. A second, please.
Second.
Okay, second for Mr. Martinez. Okay, any discussion, questions,
Roland.
colleagues?
We went with the one, did we decide on the 1-ply or the 2-ply?
Single ply.
Oh, the single ply?
Single
Okay.
ply. Superintendent Dr. Rivera, Board President, Mr. Hernandez, trustees. Here we have Mr. Alejandro from Robert Kitchener that'll be able to provide any detailed answers as far as the work, the history, and so forth.
Good afternoon, board members, Mr. Superintendent, Mr. President. It's going to be a single ply.
Okay, good. Yeah, I know you had a very good presentation last time. You were very thorough, educated us very well. So excited about our new roofs coming in.
We are crossing our fingers. Within the price, there's a $75,000 contingency that hopefully we don't need to use it, and it'll be returned to it'll be a discount made to the school district if not used. And there's also $4,000 of deck replacement in case we find a metal deck corroded and has to be replaced. And if it's not used, it's also going to be returned. We used the amount of $4,000 because we estimated that would be the time, if we start finding really bad deck, that would be the time we'd need to come to the board and present it, and then make an educated guess of how much more deteriorated deck we're going to find. But we're crossing our fingers that neither one of those funds should be used. So the price will go down for about approximately, I think it's $120,000 or $140,000.
Completion time?
They provided us with a timeline.
I-
I'll be happy to share with you, Dr. Rivera, and you can share with the trustees. We don't have the timeline with us on hand, but they did provide the timeline based on the approvals that the board makes today. We move forward with the starting of the
But
project.
it'll be done this school year?
From the top of my head, I'm saying it's about 150 days. Just so you know, all three lowest bidders, the rear roofing and the other two, are very experienced working with school districts, are fully occupied. We've done dozens of work with them, and they have good foremen that know how to communicate with school staff and how to coordinate. And if staff at certain times needs the school free of construction, they will, as long as they're giving advance notice, they will be able to coordinate that with the school. We've done with rear roofing and with TADCO and with Argio, we've done work with them, and there's going to be no problem. There's going to be minimal disruption at the schools.
Sold.
Gentlemen, I have a question. So considering you just went over a little bit of the safety and any disruption for the students and staff, will they have to be moved out of an area that you're working in on any of these facilities?
I would say if there's no deteriorated deck, there's going to be some noise.
Mm-hmm.
And we can, with the school staff, we can coordinate it, but mostly no.
Okay.
Now, if we start finding deteriorated deck, then we'll have to move in another direction, yeah.
Maybe, okay.
Mr. Editor, I have a quick question. Sir, I have a quick question. I was just thinking about, do you go to those spots that really need to repair, or do you just do the general roof? I know it's probably not a fair question, but I'm just curious because I know we have some leaks in certain spots, but is that the way it's planned out, or is it just the general replacement of the roof?
No, the roof will be replaced. You want to remove
Everything?
everything up to the deck,
Oh.
because you want to check every square foot of the deck. And you want to make sure that the deck is in good condition. So we typically like to roof over, avoid as much as possible removing
Right.
the existing roof, because it's insulation you've already bought.
Mm-hmm.
But of all the cores we've done, the insulation was wet. So you want to take that out
Okay.
and inspect the condition of the deck.
Okay. Any more comments, questions, guys? All right, thank you very much, gentlemen.
Thank you.
We have a motion for Mr. Howe, second for Mr. Martinez. All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying nay? Motion passes. B1, business office. Discussion possible action to approve the ordinance and/or resolution adopting the 2022 tax rates. Dr. Rivera.
Yes, on your backup, you have the tax rate. Last year, it was 1.352. This year, it's 1.345. And the attorney has reviewed all the information, and we're recommending approval of the resolution and the ordinance approving the 22 tax rate.
Okay, we have a recommendation from Dr. Rivera. May I entertain a motion?
So moved.
From Mr. Howe? Oh, Mr. Garcia?
Second. I'll second it.
And a second from Mr. Howe. Any discussion, colleagues? Okay, if there's no discussion, we have a motion for Mr. Garcia, second for Mr. Howe. All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed by saying nay? Okay, motion passes. Hold on. Hold on, team, let me get my. Okay, consent agenda. From my right, Ms. Trevino, would like to pull anything from the consent agenda?
No, sir.
Okay. Mr. Garza?
Can you come back to me? Let me find it.
Mr. Howe?
Same.
Okay. Mr. Martinez?
No.
Ms. Delgado?
No, none.
Okay, neither do I.
Can I just
Yeah.
add?
I can give more time, that's fine.
E1.
Okay, E1. E1, Mr. Garza.
Can I just add on, under consent, under curriculum?
Oh, can we do that?
Okay. On consent, on A1, Dr. Castillo wants to go ahead, there's three items, three consulting. She wants to go ahead and pull education, direction, so it won't be approved tonight.
A1,
A1, education, direction. She has some questions on it. Yes, the first one.
so the first one, educational,
There's three, right, Dr. Castillo? And she wants to go ahead and pull this one, study it some more, and then possibly bring it back next month.
Which one, A1?
okay, hold on, let me write it down. Okay, education. Okay, so we have E1, Mr. Garza, A1, education, direction. So in the motion, someone has to,
It doesn't change the motion, it's just pulling the recommendation with regard to number one
okay.
of A1, so.
So they can just go, we go to the consent, okay. Mr. Howe?
No, just, I'm with Rick on A1. I'm open to discuss it.
Oh, okay.
I'm not ready to
Oh,
say
okay,
yes
okay.
yet.
Oh, I gotta, you need more time?
But I'm very open-minded to, if there's a reason, I mean, I don't see a problem. I just wanna know why.
E1, right? Just E1, okay.
You talking about A1 for yourself or?
Okay, so I just,
No, I said I'm with you.
So all with the exception of E1.
right. Okay, so I need a motion to accept the consent agenda with the exception of E1. May I entertain a motion?
So move.
Okay, so I have a motion for Mr. Howe, second?
Second.
A second from Mr. Martinez. Any discussion? Okay, is there no discussion? We have a motion for Mr. Howe And a second for Mr. Martinez to accept the consent agenda, except E1. All in favor by saying aye?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying nay? Okay, the motion passes. Let's go back to E1. Okay. E1, Mr. Garza.
Yes, I just had a couple of questions. The contracts for October the 1st of '22 through September of 2023. And we go down to number 6, where it says the district agrees to pay $7,300 per month for all work performed. No additional fees or reimbursements to be applicable. Total amount of the contract is $21,124. So are we paying the $7,300 a month, or the total amount's gonna be $21,124?
Mr. Herrera, you want to come up here?
My understanding and interpretation of the contract is that it's a total of 21,000. With the 21,000, we get included, it's a service agreement. Automated Logic came into with the district during the energy management phase. So what it does, we have controls over all the ACs. We're able to monitor the performance. We're able to monitor temperatures. We're able to shut down over the weekend. We're able to turn it on right now. It is part of the HVAC equipment, and so we're having to upkeep it. If the district would ever even consider going out for different equipment, it'd change out an entire district, which would be very expensive. But if there's clarification needed as far as the amounts, we can continue looking into it, because my understanding of the contract that it's a $21,000 total. So
If it says 7,000 per month, like it's 88,000 for the year.
Well, we would have to go out to bid if it would be that amount, so we couldn't go over that. We can't go over the $25,000 threshold.
My question is the contract says 7,300 per month.
Now, we'd have to remove that if it's 21,000.
So we say we're not to exceed 21,000, right? That's what's,
that's my interpretation, but if we need further clarification, we can bring it back next month.
yeah, because that's my only concern is the 73 per month. I don't know if we're gonna have to be bound to that, paying that every month.
Why don't we do that? Let you study it, bring it back next month in October.
Okay, not a problem.
So we have to table it, or just?
Yes.
If it's next month, then.
Okay,
We'll table.
so, Mr. Garza, would you like to make a motion?
Oh, it's tabled. Motion to table?
Okay, second?
Second.
Okay, table, Mr. Garza, second by Mr. Howe. Okay, any more discussion on it? So, we have a motion for Mr. Garza, second by Mr. Howe. All in favor saying aye?
Aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed by saying nay? Okay, motion passed. Item is tabled. Let's move on to the next item on the agenda, colleagues. Executive session. A, personnel pursuant to section 551.074 of the Texas Government Code. Good to go? And attorney consultation pursuant to section 551.071 of the Texas Government Code. 1, resignation, termination, appointments, evaluation, reassignments, duties, and discipline of professional, paraprofessional, and non-contract employees. Teacher substitutes for maintenance, transportation, and cafeteria departments. B, student discipline. C, discussion, private consultation with attorney regarding pending or contemplated litigation, settlement matters, and/or matters where the professional duty on the state board requires private consultation with the school attorney. It is 6:48, and the school board is in executive session.